Anger. I was angry at myself. This is what I felt. I felt angry. Staying on bed, doing nothing. It was pain. Pain from what? Misalignment. The definition of misalignment is the condition of being out of correct position or improperly adjusted. For a long time, I felt the pain of misalignment. So what was I misaligned from? My goals, my core values. My values were to make this YouTube video, stick to this workout, stick to my diet, choose the right food. I didn't know how to do that. I thought I didn't know how to do that until I read this book. I ultimately lost my choice. So how did I lose my choice? So two famous scientists, Martin Seligman and Steve Mayer, taught me how I lost my power to choose. So pretty much they put 3 groups of dogs in different scenarios. The first one was a control. The last 2 were the actual experiment. One of them was given a button to shut off the electric shock when given. So when the dogs shut it off, it just went away. The third group got the electric shock, but they never knew how to stop the shock. So they went onto a treadmill, and then the third group, because they didn't have a choice, they didn't jump over the wall to get away from the shock. I was that third group of dog. I was that dog. I was in this group. I forgot how to choose. This is learned helplessness. Basically, people chose for me. Greg McKeown says in his book, the ability to choose cannot be taken away or even given away. It can only be forgotten. Got a rock and just hit the back of my head. How did I not know that? I forgot how to choose. Part 2 is the paradox of success. I knew something was wrong, but not really sure what was happening. And then I heard about the paradox of success. It's basically these 4 circles. The principle is success brings opportunities, but too many opportunities destroys your focus. You try to do everything, please everyone, be everywhere. You burn out. And the clarity that you got in the beginning, when you had success, poof, it's gone. This is what happened to me. So why is essentialism an antidote to this? Why can it remove decision fatigue? We make 35,000 decisions a day. You heard that right, 35,000 decisions a day. 200 are just about food, by the way. So Essentialism taught me this. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. This is just a food app. So yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the food app. Okay. Review. How many stars do I need to review? I'm going to give him a 3-star review. I'm going to give him a 4 or 5. That is just 3 questions and 1 review. And then we review the order. And then we review the driver. And then do I eat breakfast? Do I eat lunch? What do I eat? Is it pizza, burger? That's just 200. That makes you tired. And if you don't believe me, I'm just going to print out all these articles just to show how decision fatigue can affect me and it can affect others. Next concept I want to talk about is celebrating busyness. I was 100% guilty of doing that. I prided myself with it. I am busy. Call me later. Let me do that in 1 week. But I didn't ask myself, busy on what? I never did. I regretted it. But failure is a part of success, not the opposite of success. And I think the opposite of success is giving up. So that's why I'm not giving up right now. Essentialism, ironically, lets you take time to explore options to make decisions better. Accepting things as they come because you're in opportunity paradise is something that killed me. And I didn't know it. It was like a silent killer. We call that in medicine. Hypertension is a silent killer. I think opportunity paradise is a silent killer. Yeah, but so the highest point of contribution is a circle of everything popular now. I think you should call this hell because I lived in it. I want to do everything, something that's popular, and now. This is the shiny object syndrome, bunny hopping from one opportunity to the other. It's absolute hell. And what is behind it? Like, what is behind it? I think it's fear. Fear of missing out. This is the epitome of fear. Instead, I want to choose this. I want to choose the right thing, the right reason, the right time. This is the highest point of contribution. Something that's meaningful to my life, aligned with my values. Now, moving on to the next part, Parados Principle. I'm sure, how many videos have you seen about Vilfredo Pareto or the Parados Principle? I'm sure there's like the 7,000th video or something. Or probably it's like, oh wow, 80% of your results come from 20% of success? Oh wow, okay. But then you just watch the principle and probably, I did that. I watched it. Oh, okay, I know about that. And just, oh yeah. And I never applied it. In Essentialism, I'm actually, I don't know, like there's a couple of videos that shows Pareto square. It's Pareto times Pareto. So you do 20%. That is important. And then you go to what's the 20% of the 20% that gives you like 80 square. In Essentialism, your life becomes the Parados Principle. You start to really design your life. I'm showing this list. 15 items. That's enough to drive anyone crazy. 15 items in a morning. Essentialism asks, how is this going to be meaningful? You basically make a realistic plan to do the things that will move the needle. Simple example, emails. Why should I reply to emails? Screen that shit, reply to that motherfucker. I'm not going to reply to him. A bot will reply to you because my time is valuable. My time is actually valuable. Yeah, another part is there's this one time then the secretary in the hospital for our fellowship, she texted me, hey, do you want to be, your director just called you to do the GCIA auditing. It's basically like auditing medical notes. This is something I did not ask to be part of, don't want to do. I have too much on my plate. I'm already tired, exhausted. Immediately, something you learn from the book, how to say a graceful no, polite no, apologizing to people. But I don't want to do that. ChatGPT, how do I reply a graceful no to my secretary? Copy, paste, done. I want it to be or will be in things that make sense to me. Ultimately. Trade-off. I didn't really put much meaning into that word, but silently I was trading off my time to please people, because I was the guy. I was an opportunity paradise. I was someone important. I wanted to be important to everyone. It just gives you meaning. But what about my values? But when I stopped being there, my life truly had a North Star, had a meaning, had a purpose. It was I wanted something I really wanted deep down.